SuperTalk Mississippi media production.
For the most beautiful jewelry at incredible prices and the best service, shop Corinth Jewelers. We are honored and humbled to have been voted the best jewelry store in the state of Mississippi once again by Mississippi Magazine. Corinth Jewelers, for everything that sparkles.
And now, Sports.
Get ready, sports fans. It's time for Chasing Foul Balls on SuperTalk Pike County 93.5 and streaming worldwide on the SuperTalk Mississippi app and on your Amazon Alexa devices. Chasing Foul Balls, your weekly source for all the sports news and interviews important to Southwest Mississippi. Chasing Foul Balls is presented by First Bank. And now, here's your host, Robbie Hamilton.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Friday edition of Chasing Foul Balls right here on SuperTalk Pike County 93.5. Glad to have you with us on this Friday morning. Our guest today, Dr. Chuck Barnes, sports photographer, will explain how all that's taken care of, and also the head baseball coach of the Co-Lin Wolves, Kyle Flessner, will be with us. Join us on the show. To my left, man, no overalls today.
Oh, I'm cleaned up. This is go to town.
You knew Chuck was coming?
Yeah.
You knew Chuck was coming, so you got all cleaned up.
It's not Sunday, but you got your church outfit on.
Well, that's pretty close now. Pretty close. But now a clean pair of overalls can go to church too now.
I saw him walking up. I said, golly, he must have Chuck was coming. He didn't have his overalls on today. TP, how are you?
Just fine, Robbie. Glad to be here again.
Joining us back again off the trip to Round Rock, Texas. Wes Dudley, the young gun. How are you, Wes?
Top of the morning, amigos. Doing well.
Tell me about your trip to Round Rock. How was it? Never been there.
Never been. It was great. It was really a great tournament. Top shelf facility. I mean, really nice ballpark. I understand the accommodations were first class. They fed the teams like kings, and of course, it's always good when you go 3-0. So it was a great trip all the way around.
When does these kind of tournaments are they starting to be the thing that your team wants to be part of? Do you have to compete to get in these tournaments now?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with reputation. The more you win, the bigger name you become, the more these tournaments want to invite you, and they prove to be great RPI boosters at the end of the year. So. You get, instead of playing one team in a weekend, you get three, and so it's really a good resume builder.
So that will lead us to our top story in the sports this week: college baseball. LSU 1, Mississippi State 5, USM 10, Ole Miss 25, all in the top 25. 22-1 combined records of Ole Miss State and USM. Has to be one of the best starts to college baseball for Mississippi West in a while.
No doubt, all three look very strong.
What do you see the Golden Eagles? How far can they go?
Well, it's all about when you get hot. If you get hot at the right time, you can go a long ways. But I tell you, I like the makeup of this team. They've got a lot of the good traits you look for to make a deep postseason run. And if they stay healthy, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it. It's early, but I think they can do some special things this year.
Richard, your Mississippi State Bulldogs off to a great start under new coach Brian O'Connor. You have to be excited what's in front of the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Oh, exactly right, Robbie. It's the opening to the season that all Mississippi State baseball fans after the last couple of years wanted. And, of course, became expecting once we hired Coach Brian O'Connor. So you got to deliver. And so far, we've done that. And but now we've got a tough next 4 games. We got to play 3 at Arlington this weekend, and then we go to Hattiesburg to take on the Golden Eagles, which might be the toughest baseball ticket ever tried to be purchased in the state of Mississippi. And as Ron Polk used to say back in the early 80s, if we could play this at the Rock, we could probably sell it out too.
No doubt. There will be fences climbed, and there might only be 6,000 tickets purchased, but there'll be at least 10 in there watching it, I can assure you.
course, Ole Miss off to the great start, too. LSU stubbed the toe against McNeese earlier this week, but when you play baseball, you're going to lose games during the year. You're not going to go undefeated all year.
Not looking at the folks on social media having meltdowns because somebody lost a midweek game. I mean, it's just it's obviously they're the people that don't keep up with college baseball or baseball in general. As I was telling Wes before we went on, last year the Chicago White Sox won a third of their games. The worst team in Major League Baseball beat some of the teams that were in the playoffs. I mean, it happens, and but it's just baseball. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen again.
It's baseball, and it's baseball in February, not in May.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of baseball, Wednesday night over at Southwest Mississippi Community College, boy, they had a great night for community college baseball. Southwest and Co-Lin went at it, had a great crowd over there. Exciting game. Bears won 10-9 in extra innings. So at Southwest now 13-3 on the year. They play on Saturday. Got College of DuPage and Southern Eastern Community College in town. They'll play at 12 noon and then play again at 6 o'clock on Saturday tomorrow over at Southwest. If you haven't been to a baseball game yet, it's the new play at the park since they have finished it. They got a beautiful video board out in left field. It just increases the excitement of the game and the way the game flows. The field itself looks great. The stands are great. If you hadn't been, you really try to make a home game for Southwest Community College.
I'm looking forward to it, Robbie. As you said, the excitement to the early start of the season, the new stadium or the revamp of the old stadium, however you want to say it, the video board and all those things. And then you put a product on the field that
not
bad so far. I mean, we got a long ways to go, as we know, but it's got to be fun. And I think of the old days when we used to sit up on the hill and the shed and all that up there, and kind of make it like we talk about all the way around. Let's we got enough folks. You keep putting a winning product on the field, that's what it's going to come to.
Speaking of Southwest Community College at Southern Miss, Tyleek Weeks, the Southwest grad playing over at Southern Miss, has really had a great year.
He's a player now. He's arguably the best player on our roster right now. If he fouls out or has to go down for any reason, we really struggle to score points. He's our best scorer, and glad to have him.
Let me ask you this question. Speaking of basketball, LSU struggling right now under McMahon. Would LSU bring back Will Wade as their basketball coach? Is it too much baggage there, or do they want to win enough that they would bring Will Wade back?
Robbie, we've had this same conversation in Hattiesburg with Donnie Tyndall, and what I think it comes down to is that no matter how bad you want to win, can you really go back and touch the pot that burned you? I mean, I don't see how we can. I don't see how LSU would either.
But yet, what Will Wade did then is acceptable now.
Well, same thing with Donnie Tyndall. But, it puts too many extra eyes on you that you don't want when you bring somebody like that back, I think, in my opinion.
Like LSU wouldn't want extra eyes.
Well,
What about you, Richard?
Robbie, we all know if you can win, it's amazing how many things get glossed over when you win. Now, as Wes said, and I agree, it's hard to accept the coming back. Oh, my gosh, it was a dark time, blah, blah, blah. But if you go, if you start off 18-4, all of a sudden people ain't talking about that all of a sudden.
They forgot all that.
They forgot it, and it's, we have real short memories when our teams are really good.
Oh, yeah.
Real short. And they're real long when we're struggling, And so to say that it wouldn't happen, I ain't going to say it wouldn't happen because people want to win. And now the money that's being thrown around, I don't know what he got paid to go to NC State, but it was a pretty good chunk of change in what he was making at McNeese. Well, you don't think LSU can outpay North Carolina State if they want to? Yeah, they can do it. But now, how would that be build up the fan base? I don't know.
To me, it's going to be interesting. Would the fan base split? Because there's going to be a McMahon fan base that wants him to stay, and there's going to be a group that wants him to go who will wait to come back because they feel like that will make him a winner. So we'll see how the fan base splits, who wins the battle there. It's going to be interesting to keep an eye on that through the rest of the basketball season. Olympics, Ricky, you have to say that the 2 hockey wins by the men and the women over Canada were the big viewing points of the Olympics. They created a lot of excitement.
They did. And the men's game, I don't know if you guys watched it, that was a really good game. I mean, you didn't even have to know anything about hockey to know that was a good game.
I knew about the middle of the second period that the most valuable player, if the Americans were able to win, because the whole second period while I was watching it, I think the puck stayed on the Canadians' end. And Holochek or whatever is the goalie, I mean, it was just stop after stop after stop. I said, if the Americans could score a goal or two, we can win this thing. And sure enough, and the new overtime rules. But that to me, that's like saying, okay, overtime in basketball, okay, we're gonna play 2-on-2.
Mm-hmm. That was the thing. I told you how much I know about hockey. I didn't know you played 3-on-3 in overtime.
Well, that's new in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's the new Olympic rule.
That's new Olympic rule.
That was wow.
But boy, did it add the excitement, because I mean, you ain't gonna be playing no whole 15-minute period.
No.
Final thing before we get to our guest. The Mississippi sports betting has passed, the mobile sports betting has passed the House. Do you see Mississippi now having mobile sports betting so you can make all those bets without having to go to the casino now?
I think it'd be a good thing for the state if they do. I understand the reservation in it, but that's a lot of tax revenue that the state's missing out on without having it. So I think it's a good thing personally, but I'm a sports bettor, so.
I would feel that if you want to bet, well, however you need to do it, but until one person specifically, and maybe two, are either moved from the position they're in or something else happens, it ain't going to happen, because it has to come out of committee first to ever get a chance. And as of right now, the person that holds that playing card ain't budging. So whether you like it or not, or what you think, it ain't happening.
Well, you didn't think they were going to have casinos in Mississippi either, but we have plenty of them.
I'm not going to say you won't eventually get online sports betting, but as long as a certain people are in the positions they're in, it's not going to happen.
As the late, great Reese Nunnery said, follow the money.
Amen.
If there's enough money to be made in mobile sports betting, you can bet your bippy we'll be having
money walks
betting.
And something else,
Oh yeah,
walks.
that talks too.
But they run
stinks also.
But they put
talks.
that number out there every year about what we're letting go away or go into other states, and it don't seem to be budging anybody. This is just, the third year they've put it up there, and it ain't going nowhere.
We'll see. Coming up, we'll visit with Dr. Chuck Barnes and the head coach of the baseball at Co-Lin, Kyle Flessner. We'll start with Dr. Chuck Barnes right after this. So Chasing Foul Balls, and it's right here on 93.5 SuperTalk Pike County. Welcome back, Chasing Foul Balls, Friday morning here on Super Talk Pike County. Glad to have you along with us. Starting us off, Dr. Chuck Barnes, sports photographer. Doc, how are you?
Fabulous.
I tell you what, you even took a bath before you came this morning. I was so proud of you.
Hey, it's not even Saturday yet.
I know. When I read that this morning, I said, he must have his days mixed up or something.
Well, I don't see 9 o'clock very often.
That's two of us. One day a week do I see 9 o'clock. Let's start there. You retired from the eye business, so you become a retired eye doctor, but it's not much retirement.
It's not.
What are you doing all the time now?
I'm chasing foul balls.
Yeah.
I'm chasing all this
and
stuff.
Basketballs and volleyballs and you name it.
I told you earlier, I said, this is what I call overlap season, where basketball and stuff's winding down and everything else. And my schedule this week went basketball, softball, baseball, tennis, baseball, and then back to basketball Monday.
Nothing to it, though.
Nothing to it.
Compared it, to have a chance to be doing something you really love is a completely different profession than the eye doctor deal.
Absolutely. It's all about the light, but still.
Yeah. How did you get in the sports photography business?
I had a friend of mine who had a kid playing baseball, and she said, I can't get any pictures from the stands. Can you do something for me? And I said, sure. I'd never shot that much sports. I was on every annual staff I'd ever been in, every school I'd ever been in, but I didn't specialize on sports, and got a few shots, and she got them, and she passed them around, and phone started ringing. So that's how it started. And then I got picked up by the EJ to freelance for EJ, and it kind of built from there.
So before you came to Macomb, you had not done any type of sports photography?
Not really.
What's your favorite sport to shoot?
Football. By a long shot. Football is anybody can score on any play. It's the pictures you get from the football. We play football at night for the most part, and the pictures at night and football are outstanding. I love to shoot football. I'll shoot anything, and I like it all, but football, if I had to settle. And football, I got a little better access to. The SEC is really good to give me what I want for football. Hadn't been up to Duty Noble in a while, but you know, I've been down to Tiger Stadium a while. It's been a while, but I just love it.
Do you go into a game looking for certain shots that you're going to go for, or does it just come to you?
Well, it depends on the game. There's probably a certain percentage of sports photography is absolute pure luck. And Robbie and I were talking about it earlier. If you're shooting baseball and it's a 0-0 game, you have very few opportunities to get a killer shot. But those games where they score, where it was 10-9, Southwest Co-Lin, I got a bunch on that one.
Chuck, you said football is your favorite sport to cover. I would think it might be one of the easier ones because there is a stoppage of time between the 12 or 15 seconds they run the play, where soccer and basketball, constant motion. Baseball probably falls into that. So which one do you like to shoot from a standpoint of, okay, I can get a good shot. I can look, oh, that didn't work. I got to get another shot.
Yeah, you're right. The little gap in between the plays makes a difference. It'll make my workflow a lot easier because I can delete them on the camera. I shot North Pike Park Lane tennis yesterday for 3 hours, and when I got home, I had 13,000 shots to go through.
How do you go through and pick the ones you want to keep?
It's getting easier. The software will let you, as you're looking at them, you can go X, that's delete, and C, that's keep, and you can go through a lot of shots that way. But I didn't make it to 10 o'clock last night looking at going back through the 13,000 shots.
Do you have a favorite photograph that you have taken?
I think my favorite one's still Tommy Young, who is a great photographer, great sports guy. Tommy Young and I went to Houston and shot the Texans and the Titans, and Glover Quinn set the record, 3 interceptions in a game. And his first one, Tommy and I got all 3 of them. We shoot from different sides of the field, so we got the angles covered. But Glover went up in front of that Tennessee guy and snatched that ball out of the air, and I still think that's one of my favorite ones.
With all the advancement in technology, what are some of the things that you learned or acquired with your knowledge many years ago that you still do today pretty much the same way? Maybe technology enhances it a little bit, and maybe what's something that you never dreamed that you'd be doing or using this to do that with?
Oh, yeah. The technology is important, but I was a kid that grew up looking at Sports Illustrated, and I know what makes a good sports shot. And the fact that now if that ball's coming in and you want to move it a foot closer with Photoshop, you're not supposed to do that, but it does happen. It does happen.
Nowadays, preseason features are becoming big deals for teams. The photographs you take before the season starts. Is that becoming a lot more fun to do because people seem to be a lot more open to what you can do with them?
Sure. The green screen is your friend. Southwest, I do a lot of stuff for Southwest, and this year we shot all the team's individual stuff on the green screen, and they can put anything they want to behind it, and they can do some amazing stuff. The social media has really picked up. I don't print anything anymore, hardly.
Do you do the work with the green screen, or is that done by somebody else?
We have a specialized team at Southwest.
A specialized team. Let me hear this. Now, I want to hear this. Specialized team for photography.
I take the pictures, and they do the behind-the-scenes magic. We've got a new SID, Cody Junkin at Southwest. We've got Caleb Brown. We've got Brady Higgins. We got a bunch of guys over there that are geniuses with the computer, and they can even make my pictures look good.
I tell you what, they have proved what they can do with the new baseball scoreboard.
Unbelievable stuff. I mean,
they do it out there.
It's like minor league baseball over there now. It's beautiful. Everybody gets a chair back too. I've noticed that. Robbie's even got one with his name on it over there.
When you got it, you got it.
You donate the big bucks, that's what you get.
When you got it, you got it. And not only is that, I'm sitting right behind home plate. The only reason he put me there is because I'm his extra voice at the umpire. There's two of us can get on the umpire now, him and me.
They get it in stereo now.
Really, probably more than stereo. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Chuck, in working with my career, I worked with a lot of young people that figured out how to get started in things, and we did 4-H photography as a big thing. Yeah. And it evolved into some people. If you were talking to a young person today and with all the things, how would you say get started? Just get you a camera and start taking pictures, and like you did to some extent, see if somebody likes it?
Yeah, there again, the internet, there's multiple people who will teach you what you need to know. Last year, I taught a class. We had some people sign up who wanted to learn, some adults and some young folks. And but there's information out there. You can do it. You can get out there and do it.
When you're talking classes and lessons in photography, what does that go into, though? Is that light, speed, the whole shooting match?
You got to start the lessons off with the mechanics. You got to start off with the light and the shutter and how much light you're going to let in and what speed shoot for what sport. But most of the time that we spent, I called it developing the eye. I had somebody come up to the tennis match the other day with a camera and say, well, I've never been to a tennis match, but I'm here to shoot pictures.
Oh.
And I've heard it for football. I've heard it for basketball. They show up and they think, oh, it's easy. If Chuck Barnes can do it, anybody can do it.
But how long are the lessons? How long are the classes? How long do they last? What are you going to learn when you go to a Chuck Barnes class?
Oh, this is not a promotion for Chuck Barnes
classes. Yes, it is. Go ahead. We'll take it.
Last year we did 4 classes, about an hour and a half each. We spread them out. We had what I thought would be the favorite part of the class. We picked a Saturday. We had the classes on Monday night, but we had picked a day where Southwest was busy. Southwest had baseball going on and a soccer match going on. I provided my equipment.
Which is a bunch of it. And it's not something you see, on the shelf anywhere. And but we do a lot of critiques. I give them assignments. I say, go shoot a ball game and let's see what you got. And you can tell as soon as it flashes up if they've kind of got the eye or not. And to be really good at it, you've got to have the eye. It's a world of difference in somebody who really sees things and somebody who's just taking pictures.
What's the difference of we've had you talk to you before about like being inside the Superdome, shooting a picture versus being at a high school gymnasium or something, about depth perception and lighting? How does that all go into trying to figure out to make that picture the best it is?
Yeah, the photography is all about the light, and I insist on telling people that. The light in the Superdome is a lot better than the light at a gym. There's all kinds of flicker and yellow stuff, and that's why your phone picks up a yellow. Everybody in basketball is yellow. The whole idea behind the lighting's the main thing. You got to have good lighting. But I love being on the sideline, and a lot of people will wear earbuds or something. I want to hear the coaches scream. I want to hear what the players are saying on the sideline. I want to hear it because that adds to the game. I don't know the signals, but I can tell you by the time I've shot a football team 6 times, I know what they're fixing to do. It's like being a coach almost. I say, okay, this ball right here is going deep, and I better get ready because when he comes, he's coming right at me.
So you anticipate things.
Oh yeah.
Is that how you? Okay, this is 4th and long. They're probably throwing it. I'm gonna go down here and get because this.
Oh yeah.
Or a Hail Mary or something at the end of the game.
Exactly. And I've said it before. I love the passing game in football. I love it. I'd rather have a guy go deep on the Hail Mary and jump and 3 or 4 guys hit him than something else. And so I'm looking for that.
What's the highest level that one of your pictures ever been picked up, like a Sports Illustrated or some big sporting news, something like, this guy got the best shot of that game, and we're using it all over the place?
Yeah, the Titans used some of my stuff when I shot. I shot for the Titans one time, and they're still on the website. I love to shoot the Saints, but when the Saints stink, they're not as much fun to shoot.
You have to be real specialized in getting the right picture, right?
Yes, you have to make them look good.
Did you play sports in high school or college?
Played them all, and I think that's got a lot to do with it. If you've been on the field and you've been on the court and you know what's going on, you're going to have an advantage when you're looking for the shot. Plus, like I said, I grew up looking at Sports Illustrated. I know what you're trying to get.
So you played more than the Church of Christ Buccaneers?
The Church of Christ, undefeated, massive win streak. Buccaneers. I don't know if we were Buccaneers, but we were. We tore up Church League for several years.
The leader of Church League basketball, Ken Jackson and Dr. Chuck Barnes and the Buccaneers.
Charlie Newland.
Oh, yeah, Charlie Newland.
Chuck Freeman.
Well, that's an all-star cast right there.
There's an all-star cast. The timeouts were very interesting when we're planning strategy with that many coaches.
I was getting ready to say, how did that many coaches ever come up with a plan? Yeah. Did you just walk out there and say, I'm going to do this because they can't make up their mind?
Just throw me the ball and get out of my way.
Whoever dribbled it across half court shot it.
You're open.
Yeah. If you don't believe it, ask me.
That's right.
The pictures you took at the softball opening day this week came out really, I thought, was some of the best stuff that I've seen in a while. What makes a photograph just come to life like that?
There again, I go back to light. It's really hard, especially early in the season. The time change hadn't happened yet, and you're shooting in the dark. And that's the one thing about the other night. I mean, Southwest played a doubleheader, and by the time the second game started, it was dark. But like I told the guy the other day, I said, you can't set that camera up and just expect it to happen. If the light changes, you got to adjust some stuff. You got to mess with the white balance because you don't want everybody looking green. And that was a good night. It was a good night for softball, and it was a good night for pictures. It was the opening homestand. We're going to play some games at home finally, and I'm looking forward to getting back out and shooting softball. Southwest softball is one of my favorite sports to shoot.
So right now you got high school baseball and tennis and softball, and you got community college basketball.
Got some high school soccer now too.
Oh, that's right.
They've changed. MAIS changed soccer, girls soccer, from fall. Soccer gets a short end of the stick. Soccer plays in the worst weather.
Amen.
Every year, and I've shot North Pike for 100 years, and I've never shot it. It wasn't raining and cold
and sleeting and freezing and everything else.
Yeah.
Well, Chuck, thanks for stopping by and being with us. I was interested to hear how all this goes together. Website, where do they go?
Nah, just find me on Facebook.
Just find you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Under Dr. Chuck Barnes or just Chuck Barnes?
Just Chuck Barnes.
Just Chuck. Just find him. Just Chuck. Thank you, Chuck, for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Robbie. We appreciate you being out for the games, too. It's good to see you out there again. Ooh. Robbie's been a big supporter, and I love it because Robbie gets dropped off at the gate.
That's right.
And he gets to walk in.
But the umpires don't really appreciate it, especially when they walk out and see him sitting right behind home plate.
They don't like it.
Because they know they're going to get reminded if they need any help, he's right there.
Well, I got some help. Since the new seats came out with Dr. Tommy Evans and Neil, we got a group of us back here We're all capable of helping. You just watch us.
The specialized team is looking for a name for that group.
That's
so
right.
if you have any suggestions, you can catch me on Facebook and give me the suggestions, and I'll pass them on.
Too, if you got 2 or 3 folks yelling, the guy thinks a lot of folks are yelling at him being wrong, so he may think about what he's doing. So we look at it that way. The more voices you got participating, the better off you are. Chuck, appreciate it. We'll see you, man.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all do a great job. Love listening to you.
Dr. Chuck Barnes, Kyle Flessner, the head coach of Co-Lin. He's next right here on Foul Ball.
Sports. And now sports.
You're listening to Chasing Foul Balls on SuperTalk Pike County 93.5 and streaming everywhere on the SuperTalk Mississippi app. Chasing Foul Balls is presented by First Bank and brought to you by East Macomb Body Shop and Guy's Pharmacy. Now back to Chasing Foul Balls on SuperTalk Pike County 93.5.
If you're looking for a bank that feels like home, First Bank is here for you. 14 locations across southern Mississippi. We're your local bank for checking, savings, loans, and more. Now, whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or you just need everyday banking made easy, First Bank, ready to help. Stop by your nearest branch or visit firstbankms.com today. First Bank, where customers and community matter most. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Joining us on the phone, the head baseball coach of the Co-Lin Wolves, Coach Kyle Flessner. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
We were glad to have you here. Something that is probably not as nice that you want to talk about as others, but I thought the Wednesday night game here at Southwest between the Wolves and the Bears was a great community college baseball game in atmosphere and excitement in the crowd. What did you think about it?
I agree with you there. I think Southwest is, getting bigger and bigger. They're doing a lot of really good things to their facilities. We're not going to hide behind it. We didn't play very well, and we had the game where we could have buried them, and we didn't, and we let them hang around, and Southwest did a great job playing hard the entire time.
You came to Co-Lin 2 years ago from East Central. What's the difference between being the pitching coach at Co-Lin last year and being the head coach this year?
Well, I'd say it's a lot more administrative work along with the coaching, but the biggest thing is I'm still trying to get the most out of every single player here, and the biggest thing is it's every player, not just the pitching staff. But this is what I've always wanted to do, and so I'm open to the challenge, and I'm happy with it.
Coach Flessner, this is Richard Hay. First off, glad to be joining us this morning. Appreciate your time. I guess the thing with I've struggled now with the fact that with the way college athletics is, how do you make a makeup of a team? I know junior college usually keep a balance between freshmen and sophomores, but with all the movement, how have you put your team together this year?
Obviously, you need the best players, but you need the best people, too. Our needs change year to year, but what you're looking for is to get 35 guys all pulling in the same direction. Then you kind of figure out the rest after that. That's what our goal is. Obviously, we want to get as much local talent here as we can because there's a ton of it. And so I always try to look for, Brookhaven area, Lawrence County, Franklin County, Natchez area, but then anybody that can help us, I'm looking for them. It doesn't matter where they're at in the state, in the country. We're looking for the best players possible. And so ultimately it comes down to having the right people, and then obviously your needs are going to change. This year we got such a sophomore-heavy team. It was a lot of veteran guys, and we kind of figured out what we had really early, and that's been a good strength for us.
Coach Wes Nunnery here. Let's talk a little bit about your lineup. The statistics I've seen, you've got several guys hitting over 350, but Trey Davidson seems to be seeing it particularly well. Last I saw, he's hitting over 500 with 26 hits against just 3 strikeouts. Must be looking like a beach ball to him right now coming in there. Talk about him.
I'll tell you what, nobody has more fun on a baseball field. It's even if he takes a bad swing, in the at-bat. He doesn't let it ruin his at-bat. He's just on to the next pitch, and he does that better than anybody. And just he's always in a good position to hit. He's a good two-strike hitter. I guess he just has a lot of feel. He was our 3-hole hitter last year, so he's got a whole year of experience with it, and his confidence is through the roof. It doesn't matter if he has a batted bat. He flushes it better than anybody.
Not just Davidson, though. You're hitting .331 as a team, 8 bombs. First 15 games, you had 119 hits, including 34 extra base hits. The team as a whole has been hitting the ball pretty solid for you.
It really is. It's a veteran lineup, 1 through 9. We have the ability to run. We can drop the bunt down, and anybody can put the ball in the gap. And that's one thing. Like I said, being sophomore heavy, we found a combination that's worked really early, and we haven't had to mess with it too much. Our guys know if they go 0 for 4 in a game, their spot's probably going to stay the same. They don't have to play tight. And, you know, if we ever have to make a change, it is what it is, but nobody reads too much into it. Everybody's wanting to do the most for the team. And so everybody's bought in. We have a really good approach, and our hitting coaches here are second to none. Coach Sala and Coach Hill, they've worked with our guys. We do a really good job with individual development and working one-on-one with our guys and plug that into a team concept.
Coach Richard Hay, once again, you being a former pitching coach, I guess still a pitching coach, talk about the guys, the sophomores, that obviously the guys that step on the mound every day, because we all know you got to have the guys at the front end, but you got to have a closer. How's your staff put together this year, your pitching staff?
We're very deep and very talented. We don't have as many pitchers as I've normally had in the past, but everyone we do have is going to be an impact guy for us. We got really good stuff, and it's a battle to get everybody enough innings because we got 15 arms on our staff right now, and all 15 deserve to be out there every game, and it's tough to find a balance to get everybody the right innings. And so sometimes you got to go with the hot hand. Sometimes you got to just force yourself to put a guy in a situation he's not comfortable being. But we got about 6 starters right now that I really like, and then a loaded bullpen with a closer that's coming back that led the country in saves last year. So it's a great problem to have.
Will you settle on a set rotation as you move into conference play, or will you still kind of mix and match as the game comes?
I think we'll probably look at more of what the matchup will look like for conference. I won't just kind of paint ourselves in a corner and say these are our 4 guys. I think we got 6 guys that can do it, and that's going to help keep our guys fresh as the year goes. And that way we don't have a guy that throws 85-plus innings and then is tired once we get to the playoffs. I think we'll be able to use some matchups that we like and then have a lot of good options at our disposal.
Coach, it's Wes again. As a coach, you go through fall practice and the lead up to the season, and you spend time with these guys, with your team, and you see traits in them, and you don't really know what you have till the bullets start flying. So we've talked about the good things that have shown themselves, but as a coach, what's one trait that you thought was in this team that you're still waiting to show up, or an area that needs to be improved?
I would say just the overall understanding what to do when somebody does punch you in the mouth, and don't waver. You have to keep playing the same game. You can't get too high and you can't get too low. We've been really high with our wins and really happy with what we got. And then I think some guys still beat themselves up a little bit too much, and I'm trying to be the first one to tell them, hey, this is a 55-game season. We need you the whole time. We can't let you lose confidence after an 0 for 4 game or something like that. And that's what everybody's going to fight to. So I think our guys are doing a really good job with that. And as I say, as we kind of describe it as a problem, it's not really a cancer that's going on with our team right now either. So,
well, Coach Kyle Flessner, the head coach of Co-Lin baseball. Coach, I spent many a year up at Co-Lin doing play-by-play, and one of my favorite places to do sports from was Sullivan Stadium. You've done a lot of work to improve it since I've been up there. It's a nice place to be, a home stadium for your team. You're 8-2 at home. You have to like playing there in Co-Lin and Wesson.
Our guys are really comfortable here. Our playing surface is second to none. It's only getting better, too. We still got a whole lot of things in the works to improve the stadium. Our administration here has been amazing, and they are really looking to help every single program here. It's not just one sport. They want everybody at Co-Lin to flourish.
I got to be back on campus a couple of weeks ago when my grandson's team played in a tournament there on the campus. Coach Brian Noble took me back to the new dressing room. Boy, y'all have done so much work back there. That's a beautiful place.
Well, I want everybody to be proud that they went to Co-Lin, and this is a place that's been so good to me, and I'm always trying to give back to the players and then the alumni that helped give Co-Lin the name that it has. And so anybody that says they're going to Co-Lin, they know that means something, and they're not going to take it lightly, and I want them to be part of that tradition here.
Coach, you got Wren Lake College in town tonight, one of the teams out of Illinois making their early season road swing through the South. What do they do well? What kind of challenges do you expect out of them tonight?
Well, traditionally, they always have some really good frontline arms. You run into those Illinois JUCOs, you'll see some guys that you wonder, why is this guy not at an SEC school or Division I school, and they're in Ina, Illinois. So it's, well, I'm sure we'll run into that. The northern teams are always excited to get down here. That they don't get to be outside too often when they're up north at this time of year. So being from Illinois, I know exactly where they're coming from. That's I know the feeling, and they're going to be extremely excited, and we're going to have to be able to be ready for that and be ready for a team that wants to get after it.
Coach Richard Hay, once again, somebody listening to this program for the first time and maybe not understand our area, talk about the challenges of playing in this Mississippi JUCO baseball conference. The level of play is just unreal.
Absolutely. It is, best word to describe it is a gauntlet. There's no easy weeks. Anybody can beat anybody, and it's not an upset. We can go anywhere on the road and sweep and surprise somebody, and we're not surprised, but the same thing, anybody can come here and beat us, and it's just another day. This whole league beats up on each other. It's a facilities race now as well, too, just with how nice the facilities are getting in our state. And with 15 junior colleges all recruiting just the same kids, it's a war. And so everybody knows everybody when they're playing them. The games get personal. They get very competitive. Every game feels like it's a playoff game, whether it's game 1 or game 55.
Well, you have Wren Lake, as Wes mentioned, tonight, and in Coastal Alabama South tomorrow, a couple of non-conference games. You do get back in start conference play on March the 11th. You have Meridian on the road. What's the difference in the pre-conference games and the conference? It just seems like the level ramps up once you say this is the conference games.
Yes, and we take every game as serious as possible, and every game means everything to us because our goal is to get to Enid, Oklahoma. And the teams that are there, they don't just turn it on when it's time. They just always have it ready. And so, but when we get to conference, everybody gets that 0-0 feeling. Whether you're doing really good in non-conference, you're back to 0-0. If you're not where you want to be during your non-conference, you get a fresh start. So it kind of gives you that new sense, hey, you can get that first game feeling again. And so we're excited to head to Meridian. I'm sure they're ready for us. We had a good year against them last year, so they probably want some revenge too.
Let's talk about how do you go about recruiting for a community college team. It used to be a district you worked out of, but now it's statewide or really nationwide recruiting for community colleges in some cases. How hard is it to recruit to put that roster together?
It's never easy, especially depending on what your standard is for your team. We have to be extremely selective because Co-Lin's a really good program that, there's a lot of players that want to come here. And we got to make sure that they fit us and we fit them as well. We're looking to get players that want to move on to the next level, but also are fully bought in while they're here. And that's a tough combination to find. And so, obviously, I want to be able to get all of our local guys first, but anybody that can help us and fits the mold of what can help us beat Pearl River, East Central, Meridian, the teams in our league that have been a powerhouse, that's what I'm looking for.
You mentioned it earlier. You got 2 great assistants. Tell us a little bit about them.
I'll tell you what, they're an extension of this program, but I've had to just get out of their way and let them work with guys more than ever, and it's paid off. I really do a good job, I think, of trying not to micromanage anybody, and I let them be themselves. And that way we're a conducive unit. They're not just saying exactly what I say. They may have a different approach to something than I would, and I think it works for us. And so Coach Hill working with our infielders and our hitters, I think you can see a difference from the fall to the spring of just every individual. And then Coach Sala, being our recruiting guy, he has burned up the roads in Mississippi. He's become one of the most well-known recruiters in our state. They're both making a name for themselves, and I hope I can keep them here as long as possible.
But when you get set to go to next 2 days, what are you looking for in these next couple of ball games to get ready for that division start against Berea? What are you asking of your team in the next 2 or 3 games to really try to get set to play?
Well, we want to make sure we're playing our cleanest baseball, and that idea of not beating yourself up too much on what I may have mentioned our problem could be, we need to keep our confidence, keep our swagger, whether we're coming off a win, coming off a loss, and then just play the cleanest baseball possible. We got a Kavion Griffith today starting out of McGee High School, and he is 1 for 2 on a start so far. His first start, he didn't pitch the way he thinks he could, and then his second start was a lot better. He looked a lot more confident. So with him, I'm looking for him to go out there and dominate like I know he can, and then I'm looking for our guys to just, be able to go play downhill on the team and have some good confidence going into the conference.
Well, Coach, when I met you at Co-Lin, you made fun of my hat I was wearing and said you were going to send me that new Co-Lin hat. I'm still looking for it now.
I'll tell you what, you let me know what address, and you'll have a hat waiting for you.
I tell you what, he made fun of other ones, so you got to send me something to replace it.
I got you.
Coach, good luck on the season. Enjoyed talking with you. We'll be back with you as the season gets going into the conference schedule.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Coach Flessner. We appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Coach Kyle Flessner, the head coach of Co-Lin, a really nice guy. I had a chance to talk with him up on my grandson Tucker and his North Pike team played in the tournament up at Co-Lin. And boy, they have really improved that dressing room and the field house for the baseball. It is unbelievable now. I was talking to Coach Keith Case, who was up there when I was doing Co-Lin sports, and to walk in it now, you go, huh? Because the batting cage, it all used to be in this one building. Mm-hmm. And now it's all dressing room. So it's just amazing how much, as he said, you got to keep up with the Joneses and the Pearl Rivers and the Etowambas and facilities. And at community colleges, you really have to go to work to be able to do that.
Exactly, Robbie. It's just it's keeping up with the times. I mean, if you don't, as the old saying is, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backward.
Falling behind.
You're moving backward because everybody else is moving forward, and that's what we're in.
Well, guys, before we get out of here today, Boys Summit lost one of its leading people as far as being a real true ambassador for the Summit area, Chad Reed. Our condolences go out to his family, and our thoughts and prayers go out to Chad Reed's family. Chad was a great guy.
It's always shocking when somebody that you maybe haven't seen in a while, but you know of them, done ball games and stuff with on radio, his impact on our community through what he did and the community people that he touched, in the high school ranks and stuff like that. It just, it's really a tough loss for us here in this area. It's sad, but that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you said it, Richard. It's very unfortunate, and just nothing but prayers for his family. I know it's a tough time.
One final thing, Richard DeWeese, the head coach of MRA boys, retires with 1,293 wins. He leaves this year with a state championship and an overall championship. I tell you what, that advisor was something when you saw it on the sideline, you knew who was there.
Do you think it'll end up in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame?
I think we'll have a pretty good chance. I would think so. Well, guys, another win Friday done. We'll get back together next Friday morning and see what we can round up. For Mr. Wes Nunnery, Richard Hay, Randy Bullock, I'm Robbie Hamilton. We'll see you next Friday morning on Chasing Foul Ball.
Don't turn out the lights, the party ain't over. The band just started to play my favorite song. I just found my baby and I wanna get a chance to hold her. So don't turn out the lights, the party ain't over. Well, everybody's really having fun, so shake it loose and let it come undone. There's only one thing that I wanna do, and that's to dance the night away with you. I've been working hard all week long, and I'm not ready to be going home. Turn up the music, keep the lights down low. I know it's late, but I don't wanna go. Don't turn out the lights, the party ain't over. Well, the band just started to play my favorite song. I just found my baby and I wanna get a chance to hold her. So don't turn out the lights, the party ain't over. Everybody's looking for romance. I just want a little time to dance. And tomorrow we can sleep all day. Before tonight we'll let the music play. You remember how it used to be. I love the way that you would dance with me. Rocking and rolling till the clock unwinds. And then we'd holler out one more time. Don't turn out the lights, the party ain't over. Well, the band just started to play my favorite song. I just found my baby and I wanna get a chance to hold her. So don't turn out the lights, the party ain't over. I said don't turn out the lights, don't turn out those lights, don't turn out the lights, the party ain't over.
A SuperTalk Mississippi media production.